Welcome to our video on bone tissue engineering. We will discuss the following topics. What is tissue engineering? All about the bone. All about cartilage. What materials are used in bone tissue engineering? And what methods are currently in practice? Before we move on, I would like to introduce you to a few terms. Tissue engineering is an interdisciplinary field that applies the principles of engineering and life sciences towards the development of biological substitutes that restore, maintain, or improve tissue function. Furthermore, bioinert materials are those which do not initiate a response or interact with natural cells, while bioresorbable materials are those that once placed in the body start to dissolve or be resorbed and replaced by advancing natural tissue. Biocompatible materials are those that are not harmful or toxic to natural cells. And finally, bioactive materials are those that, when placed in the body, interact with the surrounding cells. When discussing bone tissue engineering, it is vital to have a working knowledge of the skeleton, of the different bones' functions, how bones are classified in the body, and how bones develop over time. As I'm sure you all know, the average adult skeleton has 206 bones, which is a lot to keep track of. Bone tissue engineers must have an intimate knowledge of the bone they wish to replicate, of the forces exerted on them, and how they interact with other parts of the body. A way to simplify this is by specialising on a certain type of bone, of which there are 5. We have long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, and semisoid bone. All bones, despite their variance in function, are composed of a dense layer of cortisol bone, surrounded by spongy bone. And while bones appear solid, they are actually made up of layered plates and laced with tunnels. Within these tunnels live osteoblasts, osteoclasts, and osteocytes, which work in unison to elongate your bones in childhood and help maintain them thereafter. Cartilage is a firm, flexible connective tissue that is an important structural component of the body despite its lack of blood supply. As a tissue, it is softer and much more flexible than bone. Cartilage's extracellular matrix is produced by cells called chondroblasts. This ECM creates 3 different types of cartilage in the human body: elastic, hyaline, and fibrous. Of the 3, elastic is the most flexible and fibrous is the least. Cartilage's main function is to connect bones together and is commonly found at joint sites to help cushion the bone ends. This allows for the skeleton to have greater movement, flexibility, and agility.